Run. I get that cash and I flip it, yeah. I get that cash and I flip it.
So hello to all of my cherry bombs. I'm back with another video, and in today's video I really just want to give like some tips to like the type of girlfriend that you don't want to be, because I just like, and this is just based off of stuff that I see on social media and stuff that I've experienced in real life with friends, etc. So I just came up with a list of things that I feel like are pretty like relevant to like don't be this type of girlfriend. And I think the tips are pretty helpful. So I normally don't do the whole like advicey videos because I feel like I'm probably a trash person to ask for advice because I'm still trying to figure out my life. So but today that's more the style video that we're gonna do, so I hope you guys enjoy. We're gonna get right into this. If you guys are new to my channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Please give this video a big thumbs up, and then also turn on your post notifications because I'm very sporadic with how I post, and if you don't have them on, you might miss me. So okay, my first thing, because this is not gonna be a long video, you guys, my first thing to the type of girlfriend you don't want to be, and I see this too often: don't be the type of girlfriend where as soon as you get in a relationship, you bring your man everywhere with you. Like, your friends cannot invite you out without you bringing your man. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes that friend where it's like, girl, like, we invited you. We did not invite your man. Like, sis, like, can we have one girls' night? Can we have one girl outing? Like, you always got to bring your dude. And honestly, these tips go vice versa, because even if you're a guy, your guy friends don't always want you to bring your girl. Your girl does not have to come to everything. But I feel like guys are better at like finding that balance, because I don't know, like, I guess I just feel like guys tend to like, they'll be sprung, but then they still want to like, they high-key be in love with their homeboys too, so they still find time to like hang out with their friends and stuff. But with girls, it's like a lot of girls don't find that balance, and it's like, you literally, it's like they act like they're joined at the hip with their man, and they have to bring their man everywhere, and their man will go on outings without her, but she'll never go to anything without her man. Like, that is really annoying, and it makes people not want to invite you places, because they're like, okay, well, if we invite so-and-so, so-and-so's gonna bring her man, so we're really inviting so-and-so and her man, and we just want this to be a girls' night, so guess we can't invite so-and-so. So that is number one. Don't be that type of girlfriend. Number two kind of ties into number one. Don't let your man isolate you. Like, if you are the type to where you get in a relationship and your man is all of a sudden controlling if you can go out with your friends, when you can and can't go out, all that stuff, then sis, if you're not strong enough minded to be like, I'm my own individual, I'm grown, and I'm going out regardless, like, you just gonna have to be mad. If you're not that type of individual, you probably don't need to be in a relationship. And it's just not healthy. Like, letting somebody isolate you from all your friends is not healthy. I've seen this happen with multiple friends before, and actually I can't even say multiple friends, because I've lost multiple friends to this, so we're not currently like friends anymore. But I've had this happen a lot of times where like a girl will get in a relationship and her man dictates everything about what she can do in that relationship and with her friends, and it's just like, or guys like to use the whole like, oh, you want to go hang out with your hoe ass friends, all the while the friends don't even be on no hoe shit. It just be, he just doesn't want her to go out looking sexy and cute with her friends, and he knows that they're all going to get attention and people are going to talk to them, so all of a sudden it's, oh, I don't want you to go out with your hoe ass friends. But in reality it's, I don't want you to go out because I'm insecure, and I don't want other men looking at you or trying to hit on you, and I don't trust you enough that you would do what you need to do in order like to turn those men down, that I feel like I just need to keep you in the house. Don't be that type of girlfriend. Like, literally, it's so annoying when friends are like, oh, what happened to so-and-so? Oh, girl, she got in a relationship. We ain't heard from her in like 3 weeks. And it's like, you never hear from that friend anymore. And some friends, like, I'm low maintenance, so I'm kind of like naturally hard to keep track of because I'm very low maintenance, but I'm always like that. There's a difference between being like low maintenance and you kind of like are always kind of like spacing in and out and you just need your space every once in a while. That's cool. There's a difference between that type of friend and the type of friend that only goes missing when they're in a relationship. That's really annoying, and nobody wants to be around that type of friend, because it's like, are you really a friend? Because you only come around when your dude's not around, and if your dude is around, you don't care about what none of us are doing. 3, the whole checking your significant other's phone, period, whether it be guy or female, but this video is especially for like us ladies. But the whole checking your man's phone, if you feel like you need to check his phone, there's no trust and y'all probably need to break up. So sis, it's probably time to go on to the next one. If you feel like you always have to check his phone, then there's literally no point, in my opinion. Me personally, like in high school, I had a really bad experience with trying to check one of my ex's phones, like my little high school sweetheart or whatever, and I found like 14, y'all, 14 different females in his phone, all telling them all the same thing, and the only difference between their message and mine was that mine was longer, and he said I love you at the end. Sure you did. So I just, ever since then, I really learned my lesson, because I feel like when you go looking, you're gonna find stuff if you're going looking. I feel like if there are like signs that, you know, he might be up to something and whatnot, if you really suspect something, then maybe, even then, I kind of feel like, I don't know, because at the end of the day, that's their phone, that's their property. You shouldn't be in it. You're not paying their bills, so really you shouldn't be touching it. But I can't act like if you got a hunch, sis, if you got a hunch, you're probably right. And if you need to verify the hunch, maybe. But if you are just regularly just checking that person's phone because you just are insecure and you don't trust them and whatever, you just don't need to be in a relationship. Like, you don't need to be in a relationship, or you don't need to be with that person if you always feel like you gotta be in their phone. 4, your man is not your son, okay? Like, and this really goes back to what I was saying in point number 2 with guys who kind of like to control everything that their girl does, and us as females, like, some people really be listening and I don't know why, but your man is not your son. It goes in the reverse as well. Your man should not have to ask you for permission to go out with his friends. Your man is not your child. He's not. You shouldn't be mad every time he wants to hang out with his friends. You are mad. Well, that's not healthy, because y'all have to be able to have, like, the thing is, when you get in a relationship, y'all have to be able to have a healthy balance between, okay, this is our time together. When I'm with my girls, this is my time with them. When you're with your guy friends, this is your time with them. And we are able to happily have our separate fun times with our separate groups of friends. And then we can also have our time with each other. And then every now and then, we can have fun time with all the friend groups if they all get along or whatever the case may be. But it has to be a balance. Like, it shouldn't be like, oh, if you're not hanging out with me, I'm mad. If you're not hanging out with me, then, oh my God, what are you doing? I'm gonna call you every 3 seconds, and, oh, what are you doing? Who are you with? Don't do that, because all you're gonna do is push him away. You're gonna aggravate him. He's gonna feel like, yo, like, things was easier when I was single. I didn't have somebody always nagging me. I didn't have somebody always feeling like I can't go out to any event because she gonna be mad. He's not your son, sis. He don't need your, he's a grown-ass man. He doesn't need your permission to go out. He needs to let you know that he's going out, because, I mean, that's just part of communication and relationship. But he doesn't need your permission to go out. I'm sis. I know that's going to make some people mad. I'm just being honest. So the next and last thing that I'm really going to touch on, and I'm sure there's literally plenty more, but this is all I can think of for this video. The next and last thing, and this is when it comes to not even like being a girlfriend, but in the instance y'all break up, I don't understand where this notion of like, oh, if I break up with my man or if he does me dirty, I'm gonna have sex with one of his best friends. Like, I'm gonna fuck his best friend. Y'all understand that doesn't work, right? Like, that literally doesn't work. at all. It's the stupidest concept I could ever, like, I never understood this. Like, when girls be like saying stuff like this, I'm like, that doesn't hurt guys' feelings, okay? And the reason being that I personally feel like it doesn't hurt their feelings, the reason that I say it's really stupid to go and try to sleep with his best friend is because I've never seen, me personally, I've never seen an instance where a girl has tried that and then the guy and his best friend didn't still remain friends after, and probably talk about and compare your poon poon amongst each other. Probably, like, you're not hurting anybody but yourself. You're really not, because you gained a body that you didn't really want to gain. You are gonna think about it. He's not thinking about it. Him and his best friend are still gonna be best friends, because I don't know why I think this is a guy thing, because this is definitely not a girl thing. Because if any of my friends ever in life were to go after any of my exes, or to go after like a dude that I was currently dating and involved with, we would never ever be friends again. Like, there's no, once you cross that line, you got to stay on that side, sis. We would never be friends again. But for some reason, I've never seen it that way with guys. Like, guys will literally, like, first off, the dynamics are weird, because a guy would know that his male friends, his very, very close male friends, are hitting on his girl and still remain friends with all those guys. And be like, yeah, but those be my homeboys since day one. Those my bros. Those are my brothers. No matter what that girl says, no matter if the brothers are hitting this girl line every other day trying to get with her, like, for some reason, guys will still remain friends. Somebody explain that to me, because I don't get it. Somebody explain it to me. But I've never seen an instance where that has worked or destroyed a friendship between two guys after a girl F's the best friend. Like, I've never seen that work. So you're really only making yourself look stupid if you do that. I just personally don't understand why girls think that's going to be so hurtful to a guy and their relationship with their best friend. Like, it's probably not, sis. I promise you. Like, he might get aggravated for a day or maybe all of 30 minutes. And they're going to go back to playing the game together. My last thing as well, I see as well when I'm looking through social media and stuff, like, people be giving, or females give other females advice to where they're like, oh, the best way to get over a breakup is to start talking to somebody else. That's a horrible way to get over a breakup. I don't know who told y'all that is a good way to get over a breakup. It's literally trash. Like, that's probably the most trash way to get over a breakup, is to try to jump right into something else, or try to focus your attention on somebody else. Because all that really does for you when you try to focus all your attention on somebody else after a breakup, that means you are trying to, essentially all you're trying to do is put off the process of going through the emotions that you need to go through to get over the breakup. That's all you're doing. You're just trying to further put off having to go through the sadness, the anger, grieving the loss of a relationship. Because when you get out of a relationship, essentially, like, it doesn't feel good. You grieve the death of your relationship, for real, for real. And it's like when you hop right into trying to, like, be in somebody else's face after you get out of a relationship, just so you don't have to think about that, you're numbing it. But the numb is temporary, because you're still going to have to, eventually you're going to have to deal with the feelings, sis. You're going to have to deal with the feelings. So me personally, I feel like it's better to just deal with them and get them out of the way and then go into something else. Like, I think it's really stupid to try and be like, oh my God, how can I get over this person? Okay, well, I'm just going to start talking to this person. Okay, but you're still going to be thinking about the other person. You're going to be comparing this new person to the other person. You're not over the other person, so you're not satisfied because this person is not the other person. How is that benefiting you, sis? The best way to get over a breakup is to take some time. And this is the scary thing. And a lot of people won't do this because a lot of people just don't like to be comfortable in this sense. And it's not a comfortable thing to do. But you just need to take some time by yourself. Get to know yourself. Now you know what you like in a relationship, what you don't like in a relationship. Sometimes a lot of y'all lose yourselves in relationships, and you need to take that time to regroup alone by yourself and figure out who you are again. That's the best way to get over a relationship. Because once you develop this sense of like, I really love myself and I'm okay with being alone because I am good company to myself, then you won't be spending so much time crying over a dude. Or, you know, if you do break up with somebody, it'll be like, you know, for me personally, like when I go through breakups, like, yeah, I'm not invincible. They definitely like, breakups hurt like a bitch, okay? But what I always do if I'm going through one, a bad one, is like, I literally tell myself, I'm like, sis, this isn't the first breakup. Hopefully it's the last, but it might not be the last. And if you've gotten through the other ones, what makes you think you won't get through this one? And I know for me specifically, like, I have a turnaround time when it comes to breakups and stuff. And a lot of people I feel like do. It's just that y'all force yourselves to try and move quicker than your turnaround time. Or you kind of like, you put somebody in place of that other person. Again, you just try to move on hella quick so that you don't even have to deal with that whole turnaround process. My turnaround time is about 3 to 4 months. 3 to 4 months until I'm completely over somebody. After, and I don't know why, after I hit my 4-month mark, y'all, I've always been this way. I don't know what it is. After I hit that 4-month mark and you are completely out of my system, it's no going back. I literally, or I do know what it is. Honestly, for me, it's just the fact that I feel like, this is chartered territory. There's nothing new to go back to. I've already done this. I don't want to do this again. And it's not exciting. Like, the idea of going back to somebody I've already been with, to me, per se, is not at all exciting. So I'm just like, once I hit that 4-month mark, sis is out. Like, now, if you happen to try and fix things before I'm all the way completely through my process, yeah, there might be a little back and forth. But if I'm able to get through the 4 months and we don't have communication and we're not, you know, you're not trying to fix it or whatever, and I'm not about to beg nobody to stay who don't want to stay. If you want to leave, leave. I'm not about to try and make nobody stay in my life who don't want to be in my life. Y'all just have to get better at being okay being alone. You don't have to be with somebody. Like, you don't have to be in a relationship. You don't have to be with somebody. You're not gonna die if you're not with somebody. You'll live. It'll be okay. It's not the end of the world. You're going to experience breakups in your life. The world is still going to keep turning. All in all, you guys, that is my advice to what type of girlfriend you should be, y'all. Like, and it has nothing to do with, oh, cook and clean every night. No, we're not doing none of that pick me stuff. This is just general things that will help y'all in relationships, just because I've just seen a lot and I just felt like making a video today. So that is all, you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it's helpful, and I will see y'all in my next video. Go ahead and subscribe, like, comment. I'm out.